Forget what you think you know about football. What if I told you the game you love, the results you cheer for, the bets you place might be rigged? Every time a shock result sends your betting slips up in flames, you scream, fixed. But is it just paranoia? Or is there a deeper, more sinister truth behind those odds? In 2024, a 5Pro survey found that a staggering 58% of football fans already believe matches are manipulated for betting profits. That's right. More than half of us think the beautiful game is being played for someone else's wallet, not for glory. Are you one of them? Because today we're pulling back the curtain on football's darkest secret. Prepare to have your mind blown and your trust shattered. This isn't just a modern problem. The rot started decades ago, and it's only gotten worse with the explosion of global betting. Let's take a walk through football's Hall of Shame. Legendary striker Paolo Rossi, AC Milan, Lazio, Perugia, caught red-handed. Over 30 Serie A and B matches bought. Milan and Lazio relegated. Rossi banned for 2 years. This wasn't just a few bad apples. It was a systemic roti that shook Italian football to its core. Referee Robert Heuser, once trusted to uphold the rules, confesses to fixing DFB Pokal and 2.0 Bundesliga games for a Croatian betting mafia. Heuser is jailed, matches are replayed, and the world learns even the men in black can be bought. Europol uncovers a network fixing over 380 matches across 15 countries. Over 8 million euros paid to players and officials. This isn't small time. This is a global conspiracy, with criminal syndicates using technology and inside contacts to manipulate outcomes. Juventus GM Luciano Moggi caught influencing referee appointments. Juventus stripped of 2 Serie A titles, relegated to Serie B. This wasn't just about betting. It was about controlling the very fabric of the game. Players from Villanova, Bragantino, Goiás, Santos, Juventude paid to concede penalties or get booked. WhatsApp chats expose the plot. This proves it's happening right now in top leagues, with micro events like penalties manipulated for betting profits. You'd think the media would be all over this, right? But often, they're part of the problem. Instead of deep dives, we get clickbait headlines. Bookies clean up after strange draw. Millions lost on impossible scoreline. But rarely do they dig deep. After a suspicious result, pundits debate tactics, player performance, anything but the elephant in the room. Unusual betting patterns. While social media hashtags like #fixed, #bookiescam, #calciocorrupt go viral, mainstream outlets often dismiss them as fan paranoia. Even Netflix docs like Bad Sport and The Fix expose past scandals. But do they make us question the present, or just entertain us with history? Why this selective blindness? Because the media is often financially entangled with betting companies through sponsorships, advertising, and even direct odds integration and coverage. This creates a profound conflict of interest, making true investigative reporting rare. As media historian David Goldblatt notes, the media have always had the power to turn a questionable decision into a scandal, and a scandal into a narrative that lasts a generation. But when it comes to betting, the coverage is often shallow, sensational, or simply silent. Let's talk money, because that's where the real motive lies. The global betting market is a staggering $150 billion annually. That's an astronomical incentive for manipulation. In 2023 alone, Sportradar flagged over 700 suspicious matches across all sports. How many more slipped through the cracks, undetected? During Calciopoli, Juventus lost 100 million euros, but illegal bets on their matches, they skyrocketed. The Heuser Affair syndicate made 2 million euros from just a few fixed games. Notorious fixer Wilson Raj Perumal allegedly manipulated over 80 matches, netting millions. And it's not just obscure leagues. In 2022, a Champions League match saw betting volume spike 500% in Asia just hours before kickoff. A late red card and penalty swung the result. Coincidence or a calculated move? How does it all work? These syndicates target the vulnerable, financially struggling players, young or desperate, corrupt referees, and lower league teams where scrutiny is low. In the Bochum case, players from obscure leagues were paid 10,000 to 50,000 euros to throw games. a life-changing sum for some. Major betting companies claim to cooperate with authorities, but they also profit from the sheer volume of bets. Insiders whisper that unusual patterns are often ignored until it's too late. The line between criminal syndicates and the vast, sometimes unregulated betting market is blurry, making it incredibly difficult to police. The uncomfortable truth: are you being played? Is there proof of betting companies systematically rigging games? Direct, top-level proof is elusive, often hidden behind layers of complexity and international borders. But the history is undeniable, the money astronomical, and the media's complicity makes trust a fragile thing. Why do fans believe it? Because history proves it happens, because the money involved is astronomical, because the media often sensationalizes without truly investigating, leaving a void that suspicion fills. Do bookies profit from upsets? They profit from all bets. But a shock result that aligns with suspicious betting patterns, that's where the real questions begin. Most matches might be clean, but the sheer volume of money, the history of corruption, and the media's silence make trust a fragile thing. When high-profile names are caught, it's just the tip of a very dark. So, are big betting companies pulling the strings, turning your beloved game into a rigged casino? Or is it just a convenient excuse for a bad bet? The evidence is there. The history is undeniable. What do you believe? Let me know your wildest fixed match story in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, because the odds might be stacked, but the truth is always more dangerous. This is not just a story about football. It's a story about trust, money, and the invisible hands that shape the game you love. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, in football, as in life, the real game is often played where you can't see it.